We currently live in a pivotal time in human history. Changes in the environment are threatening our way of life, and an increase in natural disasters, such as earthquakes, are claiming lives across the globe. But one quake, registered on local seismographs, was the result not of an earth in revolt, but of a people in shock and ecstasy. Marshawn Lynch's Beast Quake in the 2010 wildcard plowed its way into the history books, launching the Seahawks past the defending champs. A wrecking ball years before wrecking balls were a sex symbol. But it distracts from a Seahawks season that was marked in history for a much different reason. The Seattle Seahawks hosted a weekly masterclass in futility, a season of disappointment ultimately rewarded with a playoff berth. This is the worst division winner. January 11th, 2010, Pete Carroll signs a 5-year deal to be the Seattle Seahawks' next head coach, leaving USC in his dust. He replaces Jim Mora, who was set adrift following a 5-11 record in 2009. Carroll and the Seahawks had their sights set on the future, and with rookies like Russell Okung, Earl Thomas, Golden Tate, and Cam Chancellor, the team was ready to take the next step. On Sunday, September 12th, the Seahawks opened their season against the 49ers, and things went as they hoped they would. Seattle spanked San Francisco 31-6, behind QB Matt Hasselbeck's 2 passing touchdowns, along with a rushing TD. However, it was a San Francisco team that would go winless against teams above 500 at the end of the year. They did, however, pick up some quality wins against the Chargers and Bears, as well as the lowly Cardinals, but also put up some stinkers against the subpar Broncos and Rams. They entered their Week 8 matchup against the Raiders with a respectable 4-2 record and sat atop the NFC West. But it was here in Oakland that the cracks would really begin to show. It was the third game for running back Marshawn Lynch, who they acquired from Buffalo prior to their Week 5 bye. He rushed for 133 yards and a touchdown over the course of his first 2 games with the team, but hit the first snag of his young tenure, rushing for 7 yards on 9 attempts in Seattle's demoralizing 33-3 loss to the Raiders. The problem with the Seahawks seemed to be their offense and their defense, arguably the 2 most important parts of the game. But hey, each week is a new week, clean slate. That's why they play the game. If you get knocked down, you gotta get back. Oh my god, it's 21-0 in the first. The Seahawks followed up their 33-3 loss to the Raiders with a 41-7 loss to the Giants in Week 9. But wait a minute, overweight narrator. That's not Matt Hasselbeck. That must explain the sudden losses. Well, voice in my head, you're half right. Charlie Whitehurst, acquired from the Chargers in the offseason, threw for 69 yards and 2 interceptions in the first 3 quarters, taking over starting duties for Hasselbeck, who would struggle to stay healthy all season. He padded his stats on the final pass of the day, a 36-yard touchdown to Ben Obamanu while already down 41 points. But that was Charlie Whitehurst's first career start. Hasselbeck had the reins in Oakland, and his 163-yard, 1-interception stat line gave way to their waterboarding at the hands of the Raiders. To his credit, Hasselbeck righted the ship in Week 10 with a solid performance against the Cardinals. It was their first win since, well, the Cardinals in Week 7. And the Cardinals are trash. They are the banana peel next to the dirty diaper on top of the used coffee filter spilling grounds into the mouth of the old doll head that make up the NFC West. The 5-4 Seahawks only won 1 game out of the next 6, and it was against the 1-10 Carolina Pea Stains. This set up a winner-take-all Sunday night paint-eating contest for the NFC West crown between the 6-9 Seahawks and the 7-8 Rams. Hooray! Sadly, Matt Hasselbeck suffered a gruesome jogging accident against the Bucs in Week 16, and slated to start this pivotal matchup was local ayahuasca shaman and part-time pick thrower Charlie Whitehurst. Luckily for Chuck and the Seahawks, they were facing a Rams team featuring Chanel-priced, knockoff quality rookie quarterback Sam Bradford. The 2 quarterbacks combined for a touchdown and an interception, but Seattle rejoiced. That touchdown was Whitehurst's. The 2010 Seattle Seahawks were officially the first team to win their division with a losing record, and the first team to advance to the playoffs with a losing record since the 1982 lockout-shortened season. Now, if you'll allow me, I'd like to regurgitate some numbers for you. The Seahawks finished with the 5th worst point differential in the league, -97, the worst by any team to ever qualify for the postseason. No other playoff team has ever lost more than 6 games by at least 2 touchdowns. The Seahawks did so in all 9 of their losses and had an average margin of defeat of 21 points. They finished the season ranked 28th in yards gained and 27th in yards allowed. But on January 8th, 2011, a rumbling 67-yard Beast Quake with 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth carried the Seahawks to a wild-card victory over the 11-5 defending champion New Orleans Saints, successfully erasing the memories of a season steeped in dirty toilet water for months before being forcefully drank by the entire NFL world. This is why they play the game. Thanks for watching this episode of The Worst. There's plenty more where this came from, so check out the other episodes. And while you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yep, that's it. Thank you. Love you. Bye.